I literally hate Instagram because I tried to upload a story and then it's like not working, so I'm just making a video. But I got this book that I'm really excited about. It's called What Happened to You. It is by Bruce D. Perry, MD, Ph.D, and Oprah Winfrey. And it's about conversations on trauma, resilience, and healing. Personally, this book really called out to me when I read the note from the authors, and I'm gonna read it to you guys. It says, "This book is for anyone with a mother, father, partner, or child who may have experienced trauma. And if you've ever had labels like people pleaser, self-sabotager, disruptive, argumentative, checked out, can't hold a job, or bad at relationships used to describe you or your loved ones, this book is for you. Or if you simply want to better understand yourself and others, this book is for you too. We know this reading experience will make you think and make you feel, and at times, the feelings may be hard and painful. For some, the intense and sometimes disturbing content will be a challenge. For others, the concepts about the brain may be unfamiliar and initially difficult to understand. We ask for your patience and trust with us and with yourselves. When you find the reading too challenging, stop. Put the book down for an hour or a week. It will still be there when you feel able to return to it. And when you're ready to continue exploring why what happened to you shapes how you think, feel, and act, welcome. You just may discover a path forward." So this first little blurb about if you're a people pleaser, if you're a self-sabotager, if you're disruptive, if you're argumentative, if you can't hold a job, if you're bad at relationships, that is what really just like kind of reached out to me, because it kind of proves that, like, you know, there's a scale of trauma, right? And just because someone might have gone through something less traumatic than someone else, it doesn't like invalidate that trauma. So my face is so itchy. Ugh, I'm like allergic to my cats. Can y'all believe it? But I love them, so it's like okay. And so I'm just really excited to read this book. My parents got divorced when I was 6 years old. And I had a great childhood, but there definitely were some like traumatic moments. And I'm not gonna get into that. That's personal, but I feel like I've gone on this, or started to go on this journey of trying to heal and unlearn the unhealthy communication styles. For example, I can be really bad about interrupting. I interrupt people, cut them off. It's fucking rude, and I hate that about myself. I can be like a really bad listener sometimes, and these behaviors all stem from the way that I was raised and the way that my parents brought me up and their communication styles. So I just really think that it's important to open up this conversation and destigmatize the stigma that is around childhood trauma. And no matter what that trauma is, I mean, there's a range, right? So yeah, I just wanted to come on here and say I really recommend this. Hopefully y'all recommend it. I haven't read it yet, but I'm really excited to read this book, and I will definitely keep you guys updated on how it is and how it goes. I know it's going to be a tough book to read, and there is a little bit of apprehension that comes with that, but I'm completely okay with that and open to that. I think it's really important to do the work, and it's never gonna be like, oh, well, I've healed and I'm done healing and that's it. Like, it's a process, and even if it's like afterwards, you're still like, there's always gonna be work to do, right? There's always gonna be a better version of yourself that's in the future. And so it's just important to, in my personal opinion, to have a growth mindset and really try to do some self-reflection and say, okay, this, like, thing happened to me, and I've definitely, like, let it go. Like, I don't hold any resentment or anger, but I do think it's important to be like, okay, well, how does this affect the way that I act in the present moment, right? And how can I, like, mitigate these negative aspects about myself and unlearn the negative and learn the positive and learn the healthy, right? So, that is what I wanted to come on here and talk about today. I know that it's a heavy topic, and some people don't have traumatic childhoods. Some people had amazing childhoods, then there was no trauma involved, which that must be amazing because they probably have, and I feel like I've met those people. They have really healthy, the way you know it is they have really healthy communication styles. They have beautiful boundaries, they don't interrupt, they're good at listening, they hear what you say, they don't only talk about themselves, they ask you about how you are, and, you know, there's this, like, it's just healthy, like, and you can see it, you can tell, and, some of us have had the trauma, and I grew up not even knowing. I was like, oh, divorce is considered childhood trauma? I didn't even know that. So, and it's so easy to be like, oh, well, I wasn't, treated this way, so maybe my trauma is, no, like, it doesn't matter where your trauma is on the scale of trauma. It was trauma, and it's important to heal from it, and work through it, and yeah. So anyways, I'm on a ramble, but I did really want to open up this conversation and talk about it through my, like, personal experience, because my mother had an extremely traumatic childhood, and that kind of carried over into my childhood, and overall I had an amazing childhood. Like, I was extremely taken care of. I am still very taken care of, but there are some things that I do believe that I need to work on, and I will always be working on them and always trying to be the best version of myself, so that my relationships can flourish. Truly eudaimonia, right? Eudaimonia is the idea of just flourishing and growing. And this is an uncomfortable book, right? And when you are uncomfortable, that is when, like, the growth happens, right? I know that this is going to be an uncomfortable read. I haven't even read it yet, and I know that it's going to be a tough read. But it's necessary. So I'm off my soapbox. Thank you for coming to my 8-minute and 29-second, 30-second TED Talk. Really appreciate it. Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to recommend this book to everyone after I read it. I'm so excited and a little bit apprehensive to read it, but it totally grabbed me. Like, it's crazy. Like, you can just read, like, a little blurb and it just, like, they hooked me. They hooked me with the hook. Anyways, all right. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. It's really cloudy in Austin today, and I do have work in a few hours, so I need to, like, get ready for that. I have it in 3 hours. I'm gonna spill my coffee. Okay, bye!